What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. It's Monday, and I think I streamed yesterday, and I figured I'll try to stream today. Maybe I can get a bit of a, what do you call it, like a trend going? Stack up as many days as possible. I don't know. I don't really have much of an agenda today, but I was thinking about starting on a new project that I've been talking about. Sorry, adjusting my monitor here. I've been contemplating buying the $1,000 Pro XDR stand because for whatever reason, over time, my monitor tilts forward and it's very annoying. I don't feel like, I don't know, I just want it to be the same all the time. Okay, I'm going to use Bun to do some things. This right here. I'm using React just to reacquaint myself with it. I actually don't like React any longer. I've been using SvelteKit for everything. Well, Svelte, but SvelteKit is the framework. I actually prefer it. And whenever I'm using or building an API, I use Alicia now. I've mostly switched over to Bun completely, entirely. I'll pull up Alicia for those of you who know some of these things. It's by far my favorite one. The type safety is great. It's fast, and I like the API. It's a fairly easy to use API. Now, how long that will be the case, don't know. Yo, what's up, Yanni? I haven't seen you. I thought you died or something. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, so I'm not doing any API stuff just yet. Don't need it right now. But there is a but here. I will eventually need to do that kind of stuff. But for now, we'll stick with this React. Current thing I'm building, or that I'm intending to build, is a basic calculator. In my mind, it's basic. My problem is I have several different teas that that I develop, and each one of these teas have different ingredients, different processes, along with different costs associated with each ingredient. So what I would like to do is build this is the beginning, just build something where I can see all of my ingredients for a specific tea. Next phase would be to associate the costs with each of those teas. Obviously, the ingredients will come with the proportions and all that kind of stuff. So if I wanted to say, I want to do a production run of 2,400 gallons. If I'm going to different manufacturers, they're each going to have a minimum order quantity. I want to be able to quickly, just be like, all right, I want this tea. I want this amount. And then it will tell me exactly how much of each ingredient I need to use, along with the cost for each thing. And eventually I would like to have this automatically be able to create a purchase order to my supplier. So I'll have to, that would be more stuff. But I would like to be able to say, all right, I have this production date and I want to do this tea with this quantity. I click a button. If I don't have the inventory on hand, so there's inventory management integration. If I don't have the inventory on hand, how much more do I need plus some buffer? Automatically create the purchase order, have that sent to the supplier, and if possible, and I know it's possible, it's just how much work am I willing to put into this, be able to keep track of all of the shipping and tracking stuff. It's shipping and tracking is a little bit different for, it's not UPS type stuff, but I want to be able to track the process of where everything is, like customs on the supplier side, when it gets on the boat, when the expected delivery is to arrive to a port here. If there's any type of logistics and stuff that I need on my end to know, all right, well, I need to make sure there's a truck or a train or a plane, anything. I need to make sure that it's at a specific location so that we can get the ingredients to where it needs to be at the time that it needs to be there. Preferably, ideally, it would be just in time, but that's too risky. Which means that I'm going to have to think about costs like warehousing and all that kind of crap. So this calculator, I'm calling it a calculator, but in reality, it's just going to give me my true cost of things. And eventually I would want to be able to project how much, I guess, what the value of the end product would be. And then I would be able to project, all right, this is how much revenue I'm going to see, and from there I can project out my profit and all that. That's the start of that's what's going on. Sorry, yeah, I'm just not saying this. Been working, updated Mac OS software to Tahoe. It's so bad, bro. You should have, well, not should have. My last stream, I was bitching and moaning about how much I hate Apple and what they've been doing to my beloved platform. These people who now work at Apple, they've ruined the company, in my opinion. There's no excuse for a $9,000 computer. I have an M3 Ultra, right? And it's not a base bitch M3 Ultra. It's a M3 Ultra. Just to give you some idea, it's a beast of a machine. But for whatever reason, it was lagging, like clicking this. It's not doing it today, but like it was lagging like crazy. I was trying to edit a video in Final Cut Pro. I would press the space bar and I would sit here literally and wait for 2 or 3 seconds for it to start playing with media that's on my computer. Now it is on my external SSD, but I mean, it's it's Thunderbolt 5. So it should be fast as fuck. But yeah, anyway, I will quickly devolve into rant territory if if you allow me. So I will try not to. All right, so let's open up some things. In fact, you know what? I think I want to pay for WebStorm, or do I already pay for it? No, I don't. Oh wait, upgrade. I could use Visual Studio Code or Zed or whatever, but I don't know if I like Visual Studio Code anymore. In fact, I haven't liked it for a very long time. And I used to hate on JetBrains because I'm like, I don't want a Java based IDE, but yeah, I'm at that point now where I'm fine with it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this may be why I wasn't able to find anything. These should all be in another tab group. Wait, log in? The fuck? I had to log in. I guess it's part of my GitHub account. I really don't know. And this again. This again. You see this, Yanni? This is what I deal with, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I got laid off and then fired, I haven't actually used my computer much. I try to avoid using it because every time I get here and I try to do something like this happens. I'm just like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this anymore. I think I don't know if I told you, I decided that I'm just going to stop pretending to be poor. so I've just decided I'm not working anymore. I'm good. I have until 40 to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. No, I don't like AI coding, but what if you create a prototype of what you want using Claude or something? I mean, unless I can do it for free, and honestly, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know what would be helping me do. Like, I need a very clear what is it going to help me do. If the if the thing that is helping me do is avoid doing the thing that I love, like I don't know if you know this, I'm not like some of you who don't actually love this type of like programming, but I actually love programming. I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. At no point in my life have I ever said, I wish that there was something else that can do this for me. I actually enjoy it. So, no, I don't see the utility in me giving up something that I actually enjoy to, like, you know. But I understand, like, when I'm busy as hell, like right now, I don't, I can't really do anything. I'm blocked right now, completely separate, not technical, but I'm blocked with something else. Um, So I'm kind of in a holding pattern until, you know, I can get in touch with, or I guess when they reach back out, with production, right? So I have 3 manufacturers that I'm in talks with, but it's the holidays. I called this morning and it's still saying it. So I'm just like, all right, I'll just give it this week because, you know, a lot of people will take 2 or 3 weeks during the Christmas holiday. So initially I was going to be a little bit more aggressive. So I was like Monday 5th. I'm like, maybe people will be back, but not everyone's back, especially for these types of companies, these privately held companies where they make enough money, you know, like they work for themselves essentially. So I can't really do much but sit here and think. And programming helps me think. In fact, I guess programming is thinking if you take that line of reasoning. Some people don't, but I think I do. I do now, let's just say. I didn't always take this view. For what it's worth, I actually just I stopped paying for ChatGPT January 1st. So this year, I mean, unless it's gonna put money in my bank account, I give 0 fucks. Like that's what I want. So I don't want to be sold a tool that takes away my agency and say, oh yeah, we can do this for you. I'm like, no. Like, if you want to do something for me, make me money. That's where I'm at now. That's the only thing I want. I don't want it to do anything for me other than make me money without me having to do shit. But I know that's not the case because, like with all things that are hype, these are people selling you the tool. Those are the people who are making the money, really. As you just saw, I just said no to the AI features. I don't even want it. Fuck it. I'm good. I probably shouldn't have called this test, but hey. Oops. Why? What the hell? What's going on with this? I will deal with this later. Generally, when products don't allow me to say no to their analytics and tracking, I normally will just set up a rule here to just filter it at the OS level. And I'll also have a rule on my NAS because all of my traffic going out of my network goes through my NAS server where I can strip out whatever I want. I've found that being sophisticated like this allows me a certain level of privacy that other people simply just do not have. So I could theoretically say, yeah, sure, send all your anonymous bullshit. It won't actually make it to them. Did you, you probably didn't know this. I know the creator of Zed. We used to work together. In fact, I wanted to, I contemplated joining his team. He was working on something called CRDC, CRDQs, I think. Let me make sure I got that right. CRDQ, data structure, real-time collab. He was doing a lot of research. CRDTs, yeah. And we were talking at Strange Loop. This was back in 2018. I was on GitHub desktop team at that point, and I was talking to some other folks, either in machine learning, I knew the person there, as well as this right here. For the real-time collaboration, and ultimately I didn't. I wish I did, but I didn't. I even visited him when I went out to Boulder to visit my buddy who I went to college with, who was in, he worked at Twitter. But I was actually going there, I think, to visit my mentee. She had moved there for a while, and I told her I would come visit. So, but yeah, I ended up hanging out with them there as well, and they were working on the same thing, and I'm kind of glad that he's finally going out and built his text editor because he was always really into that. I like seeing people do the things that they want to do. Okay, so this is my, it looks like my homepage. What is this front end? I'm just getting, I've never used this particular template, so I'm just acquainting myself with what's going on here. Okay, this file is entry point to the React app. Oh, look at that. It looks like, oh, it comes with a server too. Interesting. Let's see how that works. I forgot they renamed it. Man, I hate that they bought them and then decided to rename the app. I'm pretty sure this works. Is this using Elysium by any chance? Or is it just using native bond? Yes, it looks like it's just using native bond. This doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go into that. So we got. Actually, no. I am gonna get into this. How is this working? Ah, I see. I got it. Got it. So it's loading this right here. And then I guess this app is, where is that coming from? Coming from app, so that must be here. It's just not in a folder structure that would make sense to me, but this is fine. This will work. Pull index, yes. Sure. Oh, is this using actual CSS and not, what do they call that thing? The tailwind grab, which is fine. It doesn't need to. For what it's worth, Yanni, this is actually what I would use AI for. It would be just the styling part, dealing with CSS. All right, bro. See you later. I'm gonna create a type right quick. This is gonna be my ingredients. Let's just call it that for now. So we'll call it ingredients. This will eventually come from a database. We'll make it an object. We'll just do it a string for now. Be enough ingredients. We don't really care right now. What is this API tester? Guys, I gotta come into here and do it. want to just change this, come up with my data structure. So we'll have T's, which will be an array of objects. And we'll have a key in here called ingredients, which be an array of these things. think it's, I need to pull out the thing in here. So Oops. Wait, how is this possibly null? It doesn't seem like my callback is fiery. Oh, haha. My bad. Showing up as null. That's definitely not right. And it's because I'm using the wrong thing again, since I'm using a change event. That's not it either. Oh wait, well, why did? All right, that's interesting. Why did it? Interesting. Ah, okay, so this is backwards, it's not working. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't understand why I can't add this here. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Man, this is confusing. It's adding this type here, and it's not actually there. It's very confusing to me. I don't know how that makes it unreachable. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, I see what's going on here. It's just where I put it. I wasn't paying attention. And the error wasn't helpful. It led me astray. Maybe I should change the ingredients to make sure that it's working. We'll just do cardamom. In fact, these other things don't matter anymore. They're just getting in my way. So we'll have jasmine. Let's get this into. It's going to come from a database, actually. I just wanted to have a somewhat of a what do you call this? A data model. In fact, I'm going to associate costs with this as well. So an ingredient is not going to just be an ingredient. It's going to be its own interface. Just go with that for now. There'll probably be other things, but I only need costs at the moment. And I technically would need to know the amount, the quantity. It doesn't do the thing for me automatically. Yeah, that's not working. I wonder if I press enter, will that do it? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm done. I had to press enter. My bad. Sure. So cost is going to be the cost per gram. Or I can actually derive that. I could just do cost per kilogram. Something like that. It would be technically cost per unit. I'm going to have to figure out, do I want to use kilograms, grams, whatever. I'm going to have the quantity or the amount. just settle on grams for now. Yo, what's up, Casual? I'm actually not working on the business right now. I'm building a tool so that I can basically calculate how much. How do I want to say this? I need to know how much of each ingredient I need for a given minimum order quantity. And I need to know the cost and some other things. Which actually, that reminds me, I'm missing something here. I need to have the min order quantity somewhere, or the amount that I need at some point. But right now, I'm just trying to like come up with a decent data model to get started with. I need to come up with like a base so I can scale from there. And I'm thinking I'll probably do a gallon, maybe, or I could use 6 gallons, and I don't have to do any more math because that's currently what I'm basing everything on. I think I'm gonna do a gallon. Is text the default, maybe? No, it's not. I guess I have to actually type it. Is this a phone number? No, it is a number. All right, perfect. So input number. I don't think I need that right now. I know that this is for what it is, but eventually I'll need to actually make a UI that's not shitty. So what I need to do now is I need to make sure that whatever I put here, it needs to scale that. Is it not an event that this gives me? Ah, I see. Oh, actually, I think I can put a range on the input here or something like that, like a validation or something like that. I have to check. Man, yeah, that's what, yeah, cool. Okay. So I'm putting it here because there's probably going to be some other logic that I want to do, maybe. Although now that I know that I can do this min and here declaratively, technically I could just do it in line, but I won't. Oh, actually, I think I had to coerce this into a number. It may not be a number. Yeah, you got. Oh shit! I just now realized that there are. You gotta sleep, bro. That's a must. Actually, I think I fell asleep at like 5:30 yesterday, p.m. But to be fair to me, I wake up at 4 a.m. so yeah, that part. And I think I passed out. I don't remember. Like the last time I remember it was 5:30. Could have been after that. I don't know. But I ate and then woke up at like 7. I think I stayed up until like almost midnight, and then I didn't wake up until 8 o'clock today. And I woke up tired. I felt like I was getting sick. I gotta parse this as a number. How do I do that? This is like parse int. Excuse me. So when I render this ingredient here, I need to multiply it by that amount. So long as I have settled on a default measure, like this should be possible. I just multiply, I think. So we'll do, it'll be quantity. Oops, wait, what am I doing? I'm done. Okay, there we go. So it's working. So it means in my database, I need to scale everything down to grams, not grams, I'm sorry, down to a gallon instead of what I'm currently doing, which is for 6 gallons, which is easy. I can just divide by 6 from what I'm currently using it by hand. And then I also want to scale out the cost too. So let me add cost. So long as these use the same base, I don't need to multiply this out. I can just do this amount. Something's up. What the fuck? That is interesting. Why did it do that? Not in the special, I see. So it must be, I wonder if I go to 18, nope. So it seems like anything that's divisible by 3, except for 24, that doesn't do it. Maybe the last digit being divisible by 3 is what causes this. That's interesting. Huh. I don't understand why that's happening, but it's all right. We'll round it. I actually don't want it rounded to the nearest integer. I guess I could do that. I could multiply it. Man, I don't want to do that though. Maybe there. Yeah, it wants me to do the multiplication thing. I don't want to do that. But whatever. I'm fine. I don't care. I'll just steal this. I'll just dump it in here for now. I'll probably move a lot of this into utility functions. Excuse me. Oh, I know why it's doing it now. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. This is I'm like this is why it's with numbers in the threes because it's 0.001. I am dumb. Okay, all right. If I make this one, which I'm gonna do right now, we'll just make it one. And I want to make sure cost. What is cost in? Cost per gram in dollars or cents, technically, but it would be dollars. Okay, it's working. I should have just made all of these one. That would have made my life easier. All right, so I'll have the thing that I want to make, the amount of production I want to do, and then that will give me this right here, the amount in grams I need for 1 gallon. Or in this case, it would be for 17 gallons, and the cost for 17 gallons. And then I probably want to have a full total down here that can give me the total cost. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Casual. What's up with your dog? I got distracted. What's up with like how is he sick? My dog is getting old as well, and you know, I often think about how much time he has. I'm hopeful that I can get maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 more years, but he's how old is he? I'm sorry, my sense of time was kind of shattered in 2017. I think I got him in maybe 2013. So he may be 13 now. I don't know. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to do a total. So I just need to add another ingredient or 2 or 3. How about I just say water? I'm gonna do 5, and then we'll just say I'm gonna keep everything at 1 for now. This is actually going to come from a database, but I don't feel like modeling that now. I'll just do it here, and then I can integrate a database later. $85 grams. Okay, so I'm seeing my first issue. So I need to know the unit. This is not enough just to know the cost and the amount. I need to know the unit. I can't assume it. So this shouldn't be per gram. This should be per unit. Amount needed of the ingredient needed. Amount of ingredient. Okay, yeah. This is going to be a discriminated union. I'm going to have a few different options. It could be a gallon, grams. So basically volume. I'm still using gallons, but eventually I should just use milliliters or liters. Yeah, I should use liters. Yeah, this is gonna make my life harder if I do it that way. So we'll use liters, and then we'll use grams. Yeah, so for weight, I think, I'm always going to use in grams, and I can scale from grams to kilograms to milligrams. And for liters, I could do the same thing. and there might be. This is now like, do I want to include the cost of everything, like the bottles and the cans? If I do, I also want to have a unit for like, yeah, we're just going to use weights. I'm only going to include weights and measures like this. I think that's for the best. Okay, so this is going to be presented in grams. And I probably should create an enum for that instead of what I'm doing now. I'll do that later. Oh man, that's terrible. Yeah, that's not good. But you live in like a house, right? Like where it's easy for you to get in and out. Like you have a yard and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have that with Roscoe here. Yeah, anytime he's pretty smart. He's really good about stuff. So if he needs to go out, he'll just come and grab me. But in order to go out, it takes a while. I had to wait on the elevator, and then when it arrives, I had to go down, which because I live on a relatively high floor, it takes some time to get down. And then once I get down, I have to leave the premises to go into the neighborhood. And then because of the migrant situation and all these people who've been moving into Houston, now people are like illegally parking on the street. So it's like I had to go into the neighborhood and then he could use it. So from the time it takes me to get from here to where he can actually use it, it's anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes just to get out. And that's heavily contrasted from when I was living in a more conventional place where like I open my door and I'm outside. Right? It's not the case here. I open the door, I'm still in the building. This doesn't really need to be a span, does it? All right, so I'm going to have a total as well, and that should be here in this render t ingredients. I can create another function called render total inside of here if I want, but we'll see what that looks like. Actually, I should do that now. Yeah, I'll just create another function called render total here. That should come after here. Maybe this will be a div eventually, but for right now, I'm just gonna do it as such. Render total. Throw a paragraph total for now. Just make sure it's working. All right, cool. So this should be fairly simple, I think, hopefully. I'm just gonna go to my ingredients and then do some math, I think. So for every ingredient, I want to multiply the amount that I need by the cost. Oh, actually, no, I don't even need to do that. I could just grab the cost. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I could just do this right here. Should be able to just do that. Unless my cost is in. Oh, yeah, actually, no. I think I'll need to do total quantity times the ingredient cost. I think I need to do that. So this should be called total cost, but I also need to have an actual, like the cost per unit. I think that's probably for the best. And it's going to get confusing because I'm only showing one or the other, but I probably should show both. Yeah, I think I'll show both. So for the first part, I'm going to show the unit cost. And then I'm not the unit cost, I'm sorry. The unit cost and the base amount. And then on the second version, but the second part, it will be the scaled out part. So let's try to get that. So do 2 divs here. And technically this could just be a paragraph. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to say this is going to be base. And then the second thing is going to be the scaled. Okay. So for base, that one's fairly easy. It's basically, it's not going to be total quantity. It's going to be the ingredient quantity. So we'll have hibiscus, and then I'll need to have however many units I need. So it'll be quantity. Not total quantity, it'll be ingredient quantity. which I think I call amount. All right, so we'll have 1 gram hibiscus. Pull up my current spreadsheet where I've been keeping track of all of this. Where's that function that I just saw? Here we are. So we're going to do times 10,000. This isn't actually doing what I want. I will deal with that in a second though. It's not that important. Where is my model? Okay, so we have hibiscus. So amount, let's just say that it's going to be 200, and the cost. Wait, how am I doing this cost? Oh, so this is actually the cost. Okay, so then this is what I would scale by. Okay, so this would be 0.0196 per gram. But I need 200 of it. Okay, I think that's right. I'm looking over here so I can verify that this matches my spreadsheet, which I'm not going to show that, but I have a whole spreadsheet with all of this stuff that I've been using, but every time I need to scale things, it's too much effort. I don't want to have to keep doing it. Although I could technically just make the spreadsheet do that, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. And there's some wrong math happening somewhere. So we have 200 grams of hibiscus. And then we're gonna put in our cost so that it's easier for me to like make sure that things are accurate. So we'll do ingredient cost. Okay, so the scaling will be just this multiplied by that, basically. So this will be ingredient amount, total quantity. All right, so 3,400 grams. And that's for 17 gallons. Let me confirm that that's right. Yep, that's right. All right, so I want to make sure that this is right as well. So be 3,400 times 0.0196, 6664. Yep, that's right. Okay. Wait. Yeah, that's right. I guess I won't use that function that rounds the money right now. Okay, so the water doesn't really matter right now. This is honestly not a great way of organizing this information. This should probably be in a table, now that I think about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is why I put it in this function here, is that I can easily change it, more easily change it, I should say. We're gonna actually put this in a div. All right. So let's build out a table. And then we will have a t header, a th. We're gonna have the ingredients in how do I spell ingredient? And then we're gonna have the amount. Maybe amount is not a good word. I use factor, but all right, but I need to figure out. We're gonna need to have the units, and then I'm gonna want to have the cost. Maybe I'll just call this quantity, QTY or something like that. Okay. Cool. And then we will have a body. And this is, I think this is where I'm gonna map out these things right here. So for now, I'll just do that, and then it's gonna be one of these. This. So basically, copy most of this. And we're going to return t rows. Yeah, we're going to return t rows. And then within this t row, instead of it being this, whatever I'm doing here, we're going to do a td. And we're not going to have this base crap anymore. We're going to do, what is it? We're going to do the ingredient name. It's going to be name. We're going to do the quantity or amount. I should change this name soon. It's going to confuse me. And then we're going to have a unit. And the cost. Like so. And I probably want to have a total cost. Or yeah, this will be cost per unit. this will be the total cost here. I think that's a better way of doing this, hopefully. It looks like it, so I can delete that. Now, render total is not going to be what I have now. I'm just going to dump this, but I'm going to calculate the total now. So it'll be total, and then we'll say calculate total. We'll just rename this to that. And this is, it's a function. It'll return something, but it won't return what I'm doing now. So I need to go through all of my ingredients and do some math, essentially. Or technically, I could build it here. No, I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way. So we'll map through the ingredients, or iterate through the ingredients. Hello? Hello? I'm live streaming right now. If you want to chat, you can hop on the stream. It's on my YouTube channel. Alright. I gotta get the link. Okay, so I was about to calculate a cost. So I think it's one is the accumulator, and then which one is it? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna get my ingredient and then my accumulator. I believe that's how it works. I haven't done this in a second. Yeah, so previous value is my accumulator. So we'll call this. Wait, why is this? I don't like why is that way? This total. Oh, it's the callback, my bad. So it's going to be the total, the running total. So we'll just call this running total just to make life a little bit easier. And then we're going to get the ingredient. And I think the third option is optional. Maybe. I haven't. Let me go look at the docs. Version. Yeah, I only need the first two. Yeah, I think there is a third one optionally, but don't need it. Okay, so we get our running total. Oh wait, no. This isn't the one. fuck it. We're not gonna use, I'll just do a, I won't do a declarative version of this. I'll do it imperatively because I actually don't know which one. Right now it's typed to ingredient and I don't want it to be typed to ingredient. Yeah. We'll just do it imperatively. So we'll do for the const ingredient of what is it? Selected T. Oop, what the fuck? Why did I do that? Selected T ingredients. So this will give me all the ingredients, and I'm gonna need to keep a running total. So we'll do let total equal 0. Yeah, I'm not sure why the reduce function is typed to. Wait, what's going on? Okay, yeah, I'm not sure why the reduce function is strongly typed to ingredient. I would have expected it to be number, but yeah, I'll just do it this way. It's fine. So we'll have our running total, and then eventually we'll want to return the total. All right, so for each one of these ingredients, I'm going to need to know some pieces of information. Basically this right here. So I'll literally just copy it. So we'll grab our total quantity and then the total cost, literally just copy paste. And then I can say total plus equal total cost. And that should give me something. All right, cool. So we'll have our calculate total, and I should actually call the function. Yeah, there we get the value now. So I personally don't like doing things imperatively like this, but I don't know whether the function I can use that won't be strongly typed. I need something that can reduce to a number, but reduce on that object array is going to reduce to an ingredient, which is not what I want. I guess I could have did a for each, which, yeah, I could have did it as a for each instead of doing a for of. And what that would look like, it would be, I would still need this running total here. That's the problem. And I kind of don't like that. But yeah, I guess I'll keep it this way. This is fine. So let's make sure that this is working. 2, 3. Okay, so we can't have this to be nothing. I want it to default to 0, if that's possible. Encounter 2 children with same key %s. Oh, haha, this should be ingredient dot name. Whoa, why is this coming up as not a number? And why do I have 2 hibiscuses here? I don't understand what's going on. Why is that there? Oh, I see. Okay. This is a my bad type of thing. Oh wait, no, is it a my bad type of thing? I don't know. Total cost. package. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we see. This is called hydration error. Percent S cannot be a child of percent. What the hell? What are we talking about? Percent S? Is it not T head? Is my JavaScript skills, not JavaScript, my HTML skills poor? They probably are. Oh, okay. I'm missing something. All right, CSS I'm not going to worry about. I don't care. I just want to make sure that the logic is right. It seems to be okay right now. Except for this. Let's see if there's a package for dealing with money. I need to be able to specify precision, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't see that right now. Oh, look at this. No, never mind. To fixed. This could work. Actually, does math have a to fixed? Yes, it does. Okay, all right, that's perfect. Let's implement that. We'll create that function again. We'll call it money. Yeah, I'll call it money. And that'll be a function that takes in something. Money, I suppose. We'll call it M. Will be a number. And then return parse float. Yeah, that's the missing piece right there. So we'll take this M right here. And then we can do to fixed. And I want 4. Oops. I don't know why this return stayed there, but it's fine. It wants this to be a string. God damn it. Okay, so then let's make it a string. So we can do plus and we turn it into a string. JavaScript, oh my gosh. And then we can take money right here. I probably should add this to the prototype of a number so I can just say .toMoney. That would feel a lot better to me. And let's also do the same thing here. All right, cool. And actually, you know what? Maybe I want to have precision, you know, we'll call this P. It'll be a number. And that would equal 2 by default. And then we'll just put P here for precision. Go away. That way it's optional. And then for my total cost here, well, not for the total cost, that's fine, but for the cost of each ingredient, like this right here, this should be money with 4. That's my precision. Yeah, perfect. We're good now. Let's see, I got a message from someone. Yo, what's up? I appreciate it. I like the music. Yeah, if you wanna chat about whatever you want to chat about, you can go to my channel. You know what? I'll just show you because I actually don't know how to do it well enough to be able to just talk you through it from memory. So give me a second. Let me open up the stream. Okay. Chat about whatever you want to chat about. So yeah, if you go to here and you click this link tree, there is this link right here that says join community. If you click that, it'll take you to the Discord, and from there I should get like a message, I think, and I have voice and video channel and all that kind of stuff, so you can share your screen there. But I recommend you install Discord as like an app. So yeah, there you go. Me either. Wait, hold on. I don't know what we're talking about now. I've lost. I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm sure it was important when I said it. Maybe, probably. So I'm gonna pull these units out so that it's not. I gotta. You know what? Let's look at the leaders. Leader. Is it L lowercase or capital L? SI symbol is. Well, I'll use capital L. That's fine. I'll do that. Replace all. I think G is lowercase g for grams. Yep, I was right. Look at me. I know things sometimes. Okay. That way it looks more presentable, even though I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it. So this gives me a better. This is just better. So that means that I need to convert from using gallons. I've been using gallons to do everything in metric, and then from there, I can have convenience functions or utility functions that will convert it back to gallons for me. Right now, you see my little thing right here is in gallons. This is not going to be in gallons anymore. This should be in liters. That's going to be, yeah, this is my line in the sand. We're using liters. Okay, so 1 liter, 2 liter. I should maybe go to the T with more things. 1, 2, Okay, so things aren't doing what I want yet. And the reason for that is this is still based off of like 1 liter. So I need to multiply quantity. And I'm going to rename this. This is starting to confuse me. So we call that quantity. Like so. I should be using total quantity here. There we go. That's better. Unit cost will stay the same for now. All right, yeah. I'll probably get some type of notification when you're in there, I think. And for this works, that goes for everyone. Like, if you're watching the stream and you want to chat or whatever, feel free to go in there. And depending on what level of chatting it is, I can also hop into the voice channel. And I think everything just works. If I haven't changed anything, it should just work magically. Maybe I shouldn't call this total cost. This should just be cost, not total cost. And then this down here should be batch cost. Yeah, that was yeah, I heard you. You're in. That's the notification I was referring to. I need to go figure out how to use labels. Oops. What? Are selects, are these inlines? Inline elements? If they are, maybe let's wrap this in a label too. Oops. Can I not do that? Yeah, I can. I guess I won't wrap it since it doesn't actually do what I would thought it would do. So we'll put it in a div so that this is a block element, and it should make it go on to the next line. Yeah, perfect. And this will be product, and pull that out. That size. Oh, okay. All right. I see what's going on now. Okay, this is better. All right, this seems to match with what I have. Now, to make sure that this is really it, I had to scale things. So, 30. Wait, is it 30? Yeah, it is 30. Okay. All right, did you do the things yet? If so, I'll just wait to you know, I'm in the general channel now. You can hop in. Language. That's my only thing. You know, like it's family friendly kind of, but not really. All right, so we have green tea, and then we're gonna divide that by. I actually don't know what 70 divided by 6 is. It's 11.667. You know what? Yeah, whatever. This is in grams. So yeah, I'll just do 6.7. Like so. Well, my costs are in. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do 4 digits. And then what I would do for this is I would actually, I would probably round it maybe ish. I haven't decided what I want to do, but for my data, it needs to be as accurate as possible, and then I can figure out how it's going to be presented whenever. Yeah, I see you. So if you are familiar with Discord, maybe you're not. There should be, if you see something on the left, there's this voice channel. You can go there, and technically you could share your screen here too. But I don't know if I should share your screen unless you wanted me to. But I'm in the voice channel. You should be able to hear me there as well. Now, one word of advice: if you're talking to me in the voice channel, you'll want to mute the stream because it's going to double up for you. So just keep that in mind. Also, the stream is behind. It lags for you. So it may be up to 30 seconds behind. So we got green tea. Yo, what's up? You should be able to hear me now. Yes, it is working. What's up? When you figure out how to get your audio to work, let me know. Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Or hear something. What's up?
Oh, not through.
Oh, that's loud as hell. Okay, hold on, give me a second. So it looks like Discord goes straight through, which is fine. All right, yeah, Discord goes straight through, so it's, yeah, you're loud as hell. But yeah, what's going on? You can share your screen too, by the way. It won't share for anyone else unless you want me to put it on the main screen. It'll just be us. But people can hear you.
That's fine. There we go.
this on the screen here. Yes, I see you're looking. You're looking on in Safari. I see that. You see all the shit talking I've been doing. I'm sure.
Let's see. Yeah, so I guess where we left off at. So this is not getting done until they respond to the email, pretty much, right?
Yeah. You said you had a Shopify site though, right? Like, are you explain this process that you're going through? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, so I'm doing variable pricing for my toothpaste for all these different markets. It'll be the cheapest on our main website, which is through Squarespace. No discounts or anything like that. Just free shipping over orders over 35, something like that. And then I'll be doing a lot of A/B tests on a Shopify site, which is sales heavy site. Tubes are more expensive, but we'll have flash sales. Get a tube for $1 for 3 hours or something like that. So yeah, just trying to do some A/B testing.
So you want to when someone orders, is it when they order that they get a I guess some type of email to leave a review, or is it when they receive it?
I want it to be when they receive it because it gives them time to get it. So basically, after the product arrives, which I think I will have to integrate with a shipping commerce.
Yeah, you'll have to do that. It would be based off of when it gets shipped, and I don't know if Squarespace has that.
But Shopify does.
Okay, so go to Shopify. Let's look at Shopify. And I can. Well, our Shopify instances are different, so even if I looked at mine, it won't really necessarily help you with what you're doing.
Stuff like that.
Wait, I don't see Shopify. I'm still looking at Discord for you.
No, I must not load it. Oh, I guess it only shares that one screen. It doesn't follow me.
I think when you select the share screen, you may have selected a specific app. You should be able to share your entire screen. So you have to end the screen share and then try it again. You got to stop streaming and try it again. But audio is still fine, so we're good there. Oh, wait a minute. Is this right?
Yep, it should work now.
Okay. Well, it'll pop up when you're streaming when you're ready. I guess that is right. That's one. Did you start sharing screen again?
There we go. I guess I was moving too fast.
Yeah, all right. I can see everything now. Where is your like for your shipping? Are you using an app for that? You may need to let me go look at Shopify docs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at docs on Shopify. Oh, I guess since you only have one screen, you don't see that I'm actually. You don't see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Give me a second. What is this? Shipping. Outputs. All right. What are the events that we get access to? Update, child delete. Okay. So like a fulfillment. Okay, so I think what we're interested in is fulfillment. So complete. Order routing complete. I don't know if that's the one we want. There's probably like an order complete. Orders canceled. Cancellation request, delete, create. All right, there's a fulfillment event. Create. You need to replace the battery in your fire alarm. That's dangerous.
Soothing.
I wouldn't have not heard those. I only hear it when like the black content creators are doing stuff and you hear it just chirping in the background. I can dead ass guess your race simply just based on that. Why does it keep taking me? Okay, fuck it. Webhook. Webhook event topics. Fulfillment. Okay, so search does. Okay, it just doesn't take me there. That's stupid. Okay, request submitted. Line items prepare for local delivery. Okay, items prepare for pickup. There has to be a complete. Oh wait, is it order routing complete? Maybe. Let's see. What does that say? Occurs when an order has finished being routed and its fulfillment order is assigned to a fulfillment service. So that's not it. Let's open this in a new tab. Maybe this will tell me. Lifecycle, do you have the stream muted by any chance?
Oh.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Yeah.
All right, life cycle of fulfillment order at the location. All right, so this is what I need: the life cycle of fulfillment orders. hear some kind of noise. What the hell is that? Okay. I'm gonna time box this because I don't know if you realize this. I'm working on my own thing, which is more important to me than anyone else's shit. So, time box at 20. I just need to know the events. Shipping. Fulfillment status is, wait, one on your end, the fulfillment status is fulfilled. And they see, okay. Maybe that's the best we could do is do fulfilled, maybe. Which is fine, I guess.
I have apps for this stuff that don't require API.
I'm sure. But when you ask apps, are you talking about for free? You think someone like me is going to build this shit for free and not charge money? So yeah, I'm sure there is someone who does this, and you just pay them a monthly fee to handle it. But you know that does erode your margins. But you know, obviously, you would need to have your own server for this as well. I don't know if that's obvious either, but you would need to have your own server. My recommendation is to use Zapier because I think that Zapier has integration with Shopify. That's what a lot of folks who don't know how to program use. Let's see. Explore apps. Shopify. Okay, no code, yeah. Add new order, Shopify.
Let me step away for a minute. Need some water. Ugh.
All right. Fulfilled order triggers when an order is fulfilled. Yes, this right here. Yeah. So I don't have a Zapier account, but this is actually what we want to do. In fact, I should just go ahead and create one. So let's log in. Okay, I didn't know how to pass. Okay, so I do have an account. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I do. Okay, I created a long time ago, apparently. Never used
it. All right.
Yeah. So, oh, I did use it. Okay, let me delete this. I'm not using it anymore. All right, so you'll need to use Zapier if you want to, like, if you don't want to deal with an API. That's what Zapier is for. It's built for you, for people who don't want to actually do it themselves. Is it free? No, you're going to pay money, but you know, that's the way life is when you don't know how to do something. You get to pay others. So the app that you want to do is, guys, how do you use this shit? Let me find it. Home. All right, I have Explore Apps. Yeah, so you'll want to go to Explore Apps and then go into Shopify. And you should be able to just install it, I guess, that way.
Yeah, my UI is totally different than yours, obviously.
In Zapier?
What am I about to say? Damn, what am I trying to think?
Yeah,
I just try to
so
do the cost effective one. I have the time to waste to try to learn, but I don't. I want to make sure I don't waste my time like I did with Squarespace, and obviously make sure it works. So, in regards to Trustpilot, I was going to use Trustpilot on Squarespace and something called Judge Me on Shopify, excuse me. Apparently, it's a clean integration on Judge Me.
oh yeah, I use Judge Me. That's the one I have.
Yeah. So on Squarespace, the biggest problem I was having, I could send and trigger an email through an invite via email, but that will only be for service, which obviously we're a product driven company. So on Shopify, I could do both with Judge Me because apparently Judge Me has that partnership with Shopify, unlike Squarespace having a clean partnership with anybody.
So it's not a partnership. It just means that that particular company has developed an app on Shopify's platform, and they may
Mm-hmm.
not have decided to develop that same app for Squarespace, which would make sense. The market for Shopify is much larger, and like they have a development team just like everyone else. So maybe it's best to not split resources if they're not going to get a significant enough return on the investment for Squarespace. So it's likely why they don't have it. But for those situations, that's where Zapier comes in, because Zapier integrates, like they've built thousands of integrations with all these different things, which allows you to kind of tie them together through Zapier's platform. Uh, with Judge, with Judge Me, I don't know if I haven't actually done any workflow type stuff yet with it. So I'm not sure if it does exactly what you want without also having to think about webhooks and all that kind of stuff. But we can see. Let's go to API. Use. Well, no, they definitely have a webhook here. What is it for? Nah, we don't actually. You would need to worry about webhooks here. Oh no, you probably would still need to do some additional stuff. Come on, fucking work. Man, I hate these sites where it's so much JavaScript and stuff doesn't just work. There we go.
Yeah.
They popped up. Okay, so features, integrations. So we'll see what the capabilities of Shopify's integration is. It's built. Oh, so you got to do it with Shopify Flow, seems like, or with it integrates directly with Shopify Shop, the Shop app. I don't see. I don't understand why they don't have. Maybe you go to to Shopify, see what they have. Apps. Oops, wrong thing. Business growth social. I'm sure they have an app, like the App Store, maybe. Shopify. I don't want to log into my account because it's not something I want to show with people. Shopify apps. Here we are. Show features. Email request. So I imagine you want to do an email request at a certain point when something happens.
That has been confirmed to arrive.
All right, so let's go to your. Let me pull your screen up. Go to your Shopify app thing.
I'm here.
Uh, like no, to your judge me. To the app. The app. You're in your settings. You click the X on the right, and go to judge me. Oh, dude, you're not even finished with the onboarding. You need to finish that first. I can't. We can't go past this unless you.
But God, I did all this stuff and they keep asking me to do it again unless I don't know. Fuck it. Personalized review request. Do.
Oops. I see you casual. Yeah. Wait, what's going on with that? Okay. It's probably, you know what, this it might be time to start building out my database. That might be the thing, the move to do. Sugar quantity is gonna be 1500 divided by 6 is 250. Oh shit! Oh fuck! No. Gosh, how many liters? Is it 3.76 liters in a gallon? 1 gallon to 1 liter or liter. $3.79 liters. Okay. I just need to remember that. So this is going to be 250 for now. And then that'll be 250 divided by 3 point. Fuck, I've already forgotten it. How many? 3.79. Okay, 3.79. Six five nine six three. 65963. Okay, and this is for a gallon? I don't know, that doesn't seem right. All right, I guess it is. So it'll be 1.666 7 divided by 3.79 0.4397. $3.0782. 79155. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that is more accurate. And then water. I actually know that one. I put it in liters, fortunately. 2020. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. 2271 divided by 6. 3.785. Divided by 3.79 13192. 13192. Okay. You finished doing you finished the onboarding yet? Oh, you
No.
weren't. You weren't doing it. I was looking at I was doing something else.
No, I was doing it. They asking me to get all my reviews from other locations.
You can. I think you can skip that if you don't have any.
I hope so.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're in the import. You don't need to import. You just need to finish the onboarding. Yeah, scroll down. In fact, I think if you click that little up button in the header for that, right there, it'll go away. And yeah, so see. Honestly, I think I know you want to do something more sophisticated, but like I don't know if that's really that valuable when you could just have it be on a timer, which they have right there. Just try reminders, and that's free. So yeah, click that.
You sent the first email.
But you said it's only free for the first email?
No, like the reminders, when they send one and they didn't do it, they'll send them a reminder. Instead of just shooting the trigger one time. And I don't have any reviews on TikTok yet, so I think I'm done here. I just want to get it popping to where I can start getting reviews.
Set up the reminder. I think that's you start there. Like that's like all the things that I'm doing now is like I have a certain place where I start, and then I can become more sophisticated if needed.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to do all that. Start your free trial. I might guess 15 a month ain't shit, but.
Yeah, I think like in order to actually start getting the reviews, it's not going to be free. They will charge for things. I think you'll get a certain amount free. I think if I haven't researched the price.
Yeah, it's like 50 on Trustpilot. I think it's maybe 100 on Judge Me.
Yeah, and to be honest, like most of the people who you would request to leave a review, most of them won't leave it. So you should kind of look at it almost like a funnel, right? So you're going to send it to 100 people. 50 of them won't even check their email. Another 25 of them will see it and then not do anything. And then maybe like five people. And I'm being very.
I know about the 10 and 1 rule.
Well, it's not even a 10 and 1. Like I wouldn't even expect 1% to leave a review. I mean, shit, you've been running your other company for a while, and I'm sure you've had hundreds or thousands of customers. But do you have hundreds or thousands of reviews? So you could probably just do the math and say, all right, this is likely what I'll see, and that should give you an idea of how much effort you should put into getting a review system set up.
I agree. I got about a 12% rate.
12% is actually very high. But you ask them in person,
I
and they
know.
give you review though. That's the thing, because you see them in person. That's very different from online.
hmm That's why. That's why I know it's high because of that.
Okay, well, I just closed it, and it's still. You know what? Oh, okay, it's a freaking thing right there. Okay. All right, this is looking good. Hibiscus, yeah, total cost $589. Let me zero this out. Zero. There's more ingredients.
It don't cost me nothing.
What's that?
Don't judge me. I don't know if you can see my screen,
Yeah,
but
I see it. It's on my other monitor.
maximum number of emails to send for each order. What? 3?
I might be the wrong person to ask, but I'll give you an insight into how folks like me think. If you send me more than one email after I've ignored the first, I will put you in. It's not even unsubscribed. I'm because I know how email works. I will report it as spam, which will damage your reputation. So my advice is always send as few emails as possible, because for every person like me you encounter, that will have a drastic effect to your emails reputation. And if your reputation is too low on like Google and basically all the email providers, what they'll do is they will stop delivering your email. So err on the side of less is more. And honestly, I like you can also like give some you can put a link in your what do you call that page, when they check out after they paid or whatever. You could ask for reviews and just like maybe prime them and say, hey, like when you get this email or whatever, like we would appreciate it if you left a review. Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe not.
That makes sense. I already planned on doing that anyway.
Yeah, but other than that, and this is for marketing type emails, and technically reviews aren't marketing, so you have a little bit more leeway there. But if you are going to be marketing, I would advise you to have a separate subdomain, because if I remember correctly, your reputation is divvied out based on subdomains. So let's say you have I don't know the website. Let's say it's called zoo.com. If you have marketing emails, it's best to have like I'm gonna just, for example, marketing.zoo.com. So the emails come from that subdomain. So if people start reporting that as spam, it'll only affect the reputation of that subdomain and not your primary domain. Does that make sense? I'm gonna accept silence as a yes. It makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me.
Oh no, I didn't hear you. Okay. Search water. Man, my water cost is high right now. Have you ever worked with the city to get water? How much were you being charged for water per gallon?
I don't remember, but my water bill fairly cheap.
What's
the highest I seen was like $70.
How much water were you using? Do you know?
A lot, because I filled up a
pool. I know that. Like, oh, you're talking about residential?
Yeah.
No, I meant like for when you had to shop. Do you know what your rates were? Because business, they're gonna rake you over the coals.
Yeah, I don't remember, but my highest water bill over there was like 119, 118, something like that.
And y'all were using water a lot to fill up the tanks in the vehicle?
Yep. daily.
daily. How big were the tanks?
Um, Inside the Lamborghini machine, we had one that filled up 5 gallons, one that filled up eight. So we do the math on that.
Oh, so that's not that much then. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot you were
Uh,
doing Steam, so it's a little bit different. Okay. I am going to be operating in the thousands of gallons.
yeah, I know.
I want to make sure that my costs aren't going to fucking explode. Although actually, I'm trying to work with a manufacturer to actually do that part, and I would just pay them. And the last figure that I've seen, and this was another supplier or another manufacturer, they quoted me 62 cents per can. And when I say can, that's like the finished product. So like, you know, put the
Oh,
stuff
that's
in there.
nice.
Yeah, 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 and that included the cost of the actual can and the lid, and the
Printing.
carbonation. Well, I don't know if it included the printing, but this is why I need to talk to these folks, to figure out what exactly are y'all bringing, and then like what do I still need to do. But if I can make those cost 62 cents, that's not. I mean, that's still high, but
No, it's not.
it's well, it is. I'm talking about like considering where my costs are right now. For instance, a can and a lid for me, and this is quite high. It's 38 cents. Well, my partner said that was wrong. I think it may be 60. It may be 60. Let's just say it's 60 cents, and my CO2 costs are actually very cheap for a 6 gallon thing. In fact, I need to put CO2 in here. That reminds me. I can figure out what CO2 is right now. This is the whole reason why I'm building this calculator, is because I get asked, how much will it cost for X, Y, and Z? I'm like, I don't know. I need to be able to know these things, CO2. So I need another unit. This is going to be grams per liter. Oh, gram. Okay, I'm about that. Okay, perfect. So that's for 1 liter. So if I wanted to do 3.79, that would give me a gallon. But I can't do 3.79. So we'll do 4. For 3 cents. Okay, so 4 times 6 is 24. Right? Yeah, 4 times 6. Yep, cool. My math is math and it works. This matches. It doesn't actually. Cost per unit water. This is a little higher. This is 3x higher. Why? Oh, this is up. This is too much.
Long time no see.
80, 73. All right, yo. I'm about to get back to my work. I will chat with you later.
Hold on.
Okay, so then, that shit. Oh, I know why. So my batch size, because I'm in liters now. Okay, I can't compare these costs directly. It's gonna be slightly over, because 4 liters is more than a gallon. That's why this is slightly more. All right, I feel vindicated somehow, except for. Let me order these. Yeah, I want to order these by quantity. Well, first I want to group it by weight, and then whatever. I'll just do it manually. Fuck it. No need to do this programmatically right now. So we have hibiscus, green tea. Oh, I have even better idea. I'll just move it in the spreadsheet. That's probably easier. No, it's not. It's not easier. Yeah, I'll just keep it the way it is. This is actually the better way. It's just that I wish that my spreadsheet were I can easily change it, and I can't. It's the reason why I'm doing it this way. So hibiscus is right, and then green tea, 73. Oh, also the cost is, wait, hold on. Green tea. Oh, this cost is wrong. 0.057. Okay, why is this unhappy? Okay, that's fine. All right. Hibiscus 196, flower, white tea is 27. Flour is 736. Sugar. Oh, sugar is wrong. Okay, sugar is 0.0037, which is gonna go. It's gonna be even lower when I purchase in bulk wholesale. Citric acid is 344. CO2. Yeah. Okay, I think this is accurate now. So if I zero this out, do I get basically 20? Yes. Yes, perfect. We're good. So now I can start thinking about wait a minute. I need to make sure that my grams, I only want up to 4. So let's see. I think it'll be here. And maybe I shouldn't call this money anymore. This is a bad name. So this is going to be 4. Man, I don't, precision. We'll call it to fixed or fixed precision. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Yeah, that's fine. So 24 is about 6 gallons, and this, yes, perfect. So now I can start thinking about putting this in my, I can start modeling this in the database. So. Okay. So this will give me my cost. So let's figure out how many, I think I need to do 1,500 gallons. It's 1,500 times 3.79. 5685 is what I probably want to do. 5685. Yes. Okay. So this tells me that my ingredients, and water is, I don't know, that's debatable. I may not need that water. Also, I want to have that like commas. This is hard to read. This would be 21,000. This would be 22, comma. Okay. So now I can tell people how much stuff I need for a particular lot size. I just need to do this for all of the different teas. I'll need to integrate this with something with backend so I can get purchase orders and all that kind of crap. Okay. And even better, I can also, like, I kind of know what certain shipping costs would be, so I can predict, what I will actually need to produce. So ingredients, I don't think I'm going to need water or CO2 because the manufacturer will have that. So that doesn't really save me much money. It's only $47 and $86. That's irrelevant at that point. Sugar costs, this is high. But this is going to go down by an order of magnitude. So instead of being $1,300, it'll be closer to $138. The reason for that is the sugar that I'm going to be getting is much, much cheaper. So one thing I would kind of want to do is, based on different suppliers, the different suppliers are going to have different prices. So it would be cool if, let's say that for sugar, and let me go to, where's my browser at? Go to here. Man, I don't know why I can't type sugar properly. Again, wow, okay. All right, so let's get this in. Let's get this price. So this is 20 price per gram. So 20, the price 13 divided by 25,000, 0.0011. Plug that in. I would want to do a comparison, so it wouldn't be enough for me to just do this, what I'm doing now, but I'm just doing it for the sake of, I want to know the difference in cost right now. Look at that. Yeah, sugar drops precipitously. This is good. So yeah, from here, it's just a matter of like, all right, I know the price now, but I want to also be able to map this to a supplier list or a vendor list. And then based on each vendor, I'll know what inputs they have. And then I can have different suppliers or vendors, whatever. And if they have the same inputs, whatever, I can potentially, depending on how much order I need, because there are different minimum order sizes for each thing, I can maybe pick the best supplier for that so that I reduce my price as much as I can. Not my price, my cost. My bad, my cost. And what would be cool is, let's say that I know for each one of these ingredients, I have a drop down that has like the supplier, and I can select the supplier and it'll show me the price. Or maybe I should just show all the suppliers in the table, and then like I can highlight the one that's the lowest, like a matrix, and then do that for every ingredient and pick the lowest one. And then that could be the one where it's like I click the button, purchase orders. They go out to those suppliers with the cheapest price for the amount that I need. I think that could work. Also, this is just me thinking about presentation. These right here, I don't want this in grams. This should be expressed in kilograms if it's over a certain amount. Maybe if it's over 100 grams, or maybe if it's over like a kilogram, it should just be expressed in grams. So let's see how many bags of sugar I would need to get here. So it's going to be that divided by 1,000. So I need 374 kilograms. Oh gosh, 374 kilograms. Wow. Okay. So that's 375 basically. So man, that's a lot. Okay. 10 plus. Yeah, I'm going to get raped on the shipping. Look at that. Look at that, 412. Although that's not the true price. That's just the. I'm sorry, that's not my true cost. I have to pay for shipping, which, oh my god, it's gonna be. Last time I checked, it was like $600 for I think 200 pounds or something like that. Let's just use where I'm at now. It won't actually be here, but it's close enough. Yeah, when you request a shipping quote, that, yeah. So I need to create a shipping account and start figuring out who can give me the lowest rates. Let me lower this to something where I'm pretty sure they will ship it, just so you can get an idea of how much shipping really is. Same thing for all of these. All of these have to be shipped, and that's gonna be a shit ton. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna give me a quote. Maybe I gotta do 5. If I can't get it to show it, I just trust. It was like $700 to do the amount that I needed for a small batch, not even for not even for a full production run. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. UPS 638, FedEx 759. I would just wait. I'm not doing this 3-day, second day. I'm not doing that. But this should give you an idea. So for $140 of ingredient, I'm going to pay $638 for shipping. If you've ever wondered why the price of things are what they are, this is a big reason why. You know, you can't be like, oh, I could just go buy these ingredients. It's like, nah, it's okay. So I am gonna need to establish some shipping partners to reduce these costs. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and do some committing. Is this in a Git repo already? Of course not. Okay. Okay. Wait, no, it's code color. Actually, I don't even know what it is right now. Let's go figure that out. Okay, the repo for this. Actually, no. I think I don't even need to do this. I forgot I have the GitHub CLI. Make sure I do. Yeah, perfect. So then, forget which one of these I want to use. it didn't actually. Did it actually do what I needed it? Yeah, it didn't actually. Wait, why did it not actually do the thing? Did it just create the thing and not? Create a repository. I am Will Shepherd the calc. Yeah, this is wrong. Why didn't it ask for the org name? Ah, okay, I see what's going on. All right, perfect. So we're gonna do create, and I don't remember the name of my org. I should probably figure that out. Oh, it's with a dash. Okay, all right. That's what I meant by I don't know the name of my org. So we're gonna do code and color. So calc public. No, not public, private. Okay, all right, let's go make sure that that's in there. Perfect. Okay, cursor rules. What the hell is this in here for? Fine, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, so this is, I guess, the first thing. I'll probably host this. Yeah, I'll probably host this. This is really easy to host, and I need to start thinking about my data model in the database. So let's see, we have my ingredient, we have tea. And this should probably be called a product. But whatever, it's fine. So we have, yeah, we'll call this product. This will be an enum, which means that I would need to create a separate, I can create a type in Postgres for that. So for now, this is a string, but obviously, I don't know if this was obvious. If I change it here, it changes my presentation. I don't want that. So I would need to create an enum for that. So let's just call it units, I suppose. And we will have, have L, and that would be equal to leader. have a G, and that would be equal to G. And maybe I should call this liters. How about that? Liters. Gram. Gram per liter. GPL. I'll spell out GPL to grams per liter. I should have renamed it, but whatever. Grams per liter. All right, cool. So as you've noticed, these stay the same. Even though if I wanted to, I can rename these however I like. So it gives me a difference. I can separate my presentation from my data, which is what I wanted. All right, so I've been streaming for long enough. I'm hungry and I need to go to the gym. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. If y'all enjoyed this stream, thumbs up, that helps. And if you want to find out more about what I'm doing, I don't know if I'm going to do this like every day, but yeah, I needed to do something today, so that's what I did. But yeah, y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace.